Why have Iran and Israel started fighting again? On Sunday, Israel carried out airstrikes in southern Beirut. Iran responded by firing missiles at air bases in Israel, who then retaliated with airstrikes on Iran, including a petrochemical facility. They continued to trade fire into Monday morning, when Yemen's Houthis, a group allied with Iran who have so far mostly stayed out of the war, warned that they would shut the Red Sea to Israeli shipping. Trump quickly jumped on Truth Social, calling for both sides to immediately stop shooting, and later claiming that they were looking to do an immediate ceasefire. Iran then said that it would stop its attacks on Israel, but warned of a more severe response if Israel continued striking Lebanon. This is the first time that Iran and Israel have fired at each other since a ceasefire was declared 2 months ago. So how did we get here? Well, when that ceasefire was agreed in early April, Iran wanted it to cover the whole region, but Israel said that they would continue attacking Iran's key ally Hezbollah in Lebanon. The group has been a major political embarrassment to Netanyahu. He claimed that they'd been destroyed after Israel's 2024 war on Lebanon, only for them to enter the war in early March with more firepower than expected. Israelis living in the north of the country, under threat from Hezbollah's rocket fire, have demanded a solution. Israel also didn't like that the ceasefire left Iran with more leverage, given its control over the Strait of Hormuz, threat to the Gulf states, and impact on the global economy. So, Israel insisted that Lebanon was not included in the ceasefire deal and began a huge campaign of attacks across the country, forcibly displacing a quarter of its population, destroying entire towns in the country's south, and building military outposts to prepare for what looked like a long-term military occupation. Iran couldn't accept this. Entering a ceasefire while Israel pummels Hezbollah would mean losing both a military asset and its newly established status in the region. Iran repeatedly threatened to pull out of the ceasefire if Israel did not stop. Trump, wanting to finalize a deal and avoid a return to war, put pressure on Israel to stop its attacks on Lebanon, resulting in several reported angry phone calls to Netanyahu. But this has brought a lot of criticism from Israelis, demanding that Netanyahu push back against Trump's pressure and guarantee Israel's security priorities in the region. And so, even though the US has repeatedly tried to get a ceasefire in Lebanon, Israel has continued to strike Lebanese targets almost daily. Finally, on Sunday, an Israeli strike on southern Beirut pushed things over the edge. Iran needed to do something to show Israel that it couldn't strike Lebanon at will without igniting a wider regional conflict. It fired a salvo of missiles at Israel, sent as a warning shot, threatening more attacks to come, and signaling support to its allies across the region. Iran hoped that the threat of full-scale war would force Trump to intervene and restrain Israel. America's president has been trying to avoid a return to war for weeks, often brushing off ceasefire violations and claiming that a deal is just around the corner.
It could happen like over the weekend.
But it wouldn't be the first time that Trump said he was pursuing peace while quietly approving Israeli actions. It's very possible that Trump greenlit Israel's pressure on Iran to soften their negotiation demands and convince them to separate the Lebanon front from the broader ceasefire. Ultimately, they're fighting over the post-war power balance in the region. Israel needs to convince its enemies that it's not contained by Trump and regain some of the credibility it lost. Iran needs to defend its newly gained leverage by asserting its regional status. It's anyone's guess how long it might last. But for now, neither side is willing to accept a continuation of the status quo.